John, it's a win. What were your thoughts on that performance?
It was more than a win. That was a really good performance. First of all, we nailed them, which is always a plus point, because I thought it showed the commitment to defence that they showed, especially at the end there, where I was mystified how Whitehaven got up to our end, but you know, they did with a little help from their friends. And but they scrambled back, they worked real hard, they kept them out and kept it to 0. And I'm really pleased with they stuck to their structures, the systems, they kept doing the things that were working, and very, very pleasing indeed. Where does
the defensive performance this afternoon sit with the previous performances this season?
Well, it's a lot better obviously than the York one, because you know, we were obviously on the back foot there that first half hour, but I think it's very similar to the last 50 minutes of York and last week as well. We showed some good signs, but the pleasing thing with this one is we didn't cough up any soft tries, which we did last week. We coughed up a couple, so really pleasing with that aspect. But I also thought we showed some good touches with the ball, and I'd have just liked a quicker game, but you know, the speed of the game was, we knew they'd want to start it, and they were allowed to do that as well, but that's by the by.
I mean, a high penalty count, a high error count for both sides. Is it fair?
Well, I disagree with you. We made 2 errors in the first half, so that's alongside Sydney City Roosters this morning. So 2 errors in the first half. So no, but I agree with you in the second half. But I thought we got a little frustrated in the second half. But you know, they kept the composure generally, so I was very happy with them.
I mean, Jordan Lilly, John, is, you know, second start since he started on his loan deal. I think he grew in confidence and also was quite a creative spark out there.
It was very good. You know, I think the team were good, you know, and Jordan was an integral part of that, and he does offer something a little different from Joe Keys, but I'm looking forward to getting Joe back out there as well. I'll have to sort of attempt to figure a way of getting him on the field of play for next week, because he's now fully recovered from his head injury. Could have played today, but just with the riches that we've got in Chisholm and Lilly, we decided to give him an extra week. But he'll certainly be ready for next week, and I would think he'll be ready and itching to go. And you know, I'm expecting him to play really well. But I've got a conundrum of how to fit him in. But it's a good conundrum, and I like that.
Dane Chisholm went off for the final 10 minutes of the first half. Obviously started the second half. Everything okay with you?
Yeah, he had a head injury assessment and passed it with flying colours. In fact, we're thinking of putting him in for a university graduates course. He was so good at that.
And Johnny Pownall on debut, John, I thought he showed some clever feet awareness towards the end.
Johnny Pownall's really good in the ruck. I mean, he'll get you to quick play the ball when you think that he's lost the ruck. So yeah, he adds something to us. And I thought Ross Oakes did well when we shoved him into the second row, and you know, I don't think he's ever worked as hard as that in a rugby league game, but you know, if he wants to stay in the 17, he better get used to that. So he did pretty well also.
And Brandon Pickersgill again, John.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he? He's good. The kid, you can visibly see him getting better week on week, and it's really rewarding to see a young player seize his opportunity and develop as a player and grow in confidence and self-belief, and obviously is highly skilled, and he is a real good defensive fullback as well, as he demonstrated today. So I couldn't argue with him being, you know, nominated and actually getting the man of the match. I thought again he can go home tonight and enjoy his evening and enjoy the Sunday that we've got off, and feel pretty pleased with his 80 minutes contribution.
Only thing really, for 46 points is good in your, I would imagine, in your race with York for the title.
Well, today was about winning the game. I mean, it wasn't about we're going to post this many points, because when we went up there it was tough. It was a tough game, and it was 21-20 with a couple of minutes to go, and we ended up 27-20, so we had to work very hard, and these do make you work hard. This is the first game they've lost since we played up at Whitehaven, but you know, and I think that their young coach has done a great job. Young Carl Forster, I think he's done an outstanding job, and on a very small squad. And I think the smallness of their squad perhaps was illustrated today. I thought there were 1 or 2 of theirs who were perhaps playing a little busted, but we took full advantage of that.
Does that explain when it was 16-0 and you opted to take the 2 points?
Well, no, you know, you can either have a mathematician's decision, which is just looking at the scoreboard, or a footballer's decision. We ran it earlier because we'd had 3 sets on their line and you sensed they were ready to go. We defended 4 sets, broken away, and then we get a penalty. So you take the 2 then because it gives them a minute's respite as well to get some oxygen in the lungs, as well as turning the scoreboard over. So that's the reason behind the 2 decisions, and you know, I'd like to think they both paid off, because the first one we scored in that set of 6, the second one we posted the 2 points, and then we had enough energy then to finish the half off really well.
You finished 2 points better off than York at the end of the season. York will be the right decision, won't it?
It will, yes, very much so, very much so. But you know, they're doing. We're getting better. The exciting thing about this team is we're getting better. And anybody who's watched us over the season, I think you'll see that we've added something in the 3 quarters in the last few weeks. We've added something in the halves as well. We're getting better, and that's a really pleasing thing to see.
And this final, John, Ethan Ryan, it's his 5th hat-trick this season.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player, isn't he? You know, he's just one who you expect to finish. In fact, I was a bit disappointed he didn't score 4, so I might take that up with him.
That was a sublime kick, that try at the end where he just darted it round the...
He's a really skillful kid.
Oh.
I mean, he's a really skillful kid, and he's a clever kid as well. And you know, again, just like young Pick, is developing, he's growing, and he's getting better. But the team are, and that's the pleasing thing.
I mean, John, this is year 1 of a 3-year plan, and all these young players like Pickersgill, Hallis, Ethan Ryan, Ross Oakes, they can really buy into this journey that you're going to take them on. Yeah,
Villa Halafi as well, you know, a load of kids who've come through the Bradford Academy. But what we've done as well, I feel, is we've added a bit of quality as well from outside, and I think that's evident for all to see as well. So it's blending pretty well. We're very happy today, and I'm looking forward to the last 6 games, because I think we can get better and better as we go along.
Any injury worries that you're aware of?
No, they came off. They've just been bouncing, you know, off the ceiling in the dressing room. So the minute I think they could go out and play again.